So next we will invite Kai, from Germany. He is the alumni of ICPM in 2018. Hi, Kai. Hi,
hello.
How are you?
Long time no see, nice to see you.
Long time no see, and yeah, sorry to interrupt you because you are in the working. Okay, so take a short time. Could you give some comments or reflection about why you're choosing ICPM and what ICPM give to you, as well as how it is your career now? Okay, does ICPM help you?
Yeah. So maybe let me start. My name is Kai. I graduated from ICPM this summer, and I would like to tell you, as Kaylin said, something about my experience. Therefore, will first introduce what I did before and what I did now and why I chose ICPM. So I'm from Germany, and in comparison to most of my colleague students doing my master's, I did 2 bachelors in business administration as well as economics. And I used to work on large social infrastructure projects, mainly hospitals. And while working on these hospitals, of course, my work was mainly focused on financing, not project management. But when you finance it, you need to have an idea about all the risks that is inherent in the different steps of the project. So it didn't take me long to understand that if I really want to understand projects, I will need to learn about the other sides as well. So the classes of ICPM not only cover, for example, project management, introducing different management approaches from project planning to execution, but also risk extraction from legal perspectives as well as finance. And I think in this regard, ICPM is quite unique, as most graduate programs only focus on one part of it. So this approach offered me to get the other side of infrastructure projects, but it's also, of course, for real estate projects very helpful, and offered me to specialize in one industry, but still not being limited by focusing on only one part of the projects. Moreover, next to the classes, I think ICPM has a very good practical side, which was a big reason for me to choose it. So, for example, we had field trips to large projects, including an airport, a road, stadium constructions, then a summer school in summer where you can meet a lot of people from different countries, which I found very interesting. And I interned while being in China and worked on a large solar project in Qatar, which was interesting as well. So in the end, I think my decision worked quite well. I'm now working as a consultant, as an analyst, consulting banks and credit export agencies when they invest in large infrastructure projects. And I think most of my colleagues have their background as maybe PhDs or masters in finance. And when we look at the broader projects, I think there's sometimes missing clues about the construction and how the project will unfold after financial close. However, I think ICPM's approach not only suits people with a business background like me, but actually most of my colleagues had a civil engineering background, and it helps them to develop towards project management and finance as well. So I think that's interesting as well. A part of the content of the class, of course, studying in Tsinghua was a great experience. You have the opportunity to get to know Chinese culture. You will, as said before, have the opportunity to speak to a lot of people from different countries and live in one of the most fast-moving cities of the world. So all in all, I would say it was a great experience for me.
Okay, thank you for your sharing. And to what extent do you think ICPM is a practical program? Because, no matter in construction management industry or in the civil engineering period, it requires practical. You cannot just learn pure knowledge, but you need to use. So to what extent do you think ICPM is practical or just for knowledge and learning?
I think in the end it was very practical, not only the classes, as you have a lot of interaction and projects you will work on. So I don't know, it's not only about writing reports and presenting it, but also to develop the different stages of your report. So you have an idea about how to structure the project as you structure your report in accordance to the projects, but also you have the opportunity to visit different sites where you, of course, can learn some practical things. And you have the opportunity to do an internship, which will help a lot to get the practices.
Glad to hear that. And which courses impress you a lot during studying?
I enjoyed the law class a lot. So that was very interesting for me. Like risk structuring, was just very interesting. After think in Tsinghua, after defending my thesis, there is a program by the World Bank for public-private partnerships, and it's also about risk structuring in contracts. I think it's very similar, and I think I did it because I did the class before. So it's inspiring.
Okay. Is there a direct link between ICPM, the knowledge or like way of thinking taught by ICPM with your work now? Like,
yeah, very much. I mean, I work in financing big infrastructure projects, and it's about law. So that's where you set up how you distribute risks. To set that up, you need to have an idea about the construction. So let's say steps, processes, risks within these processes. I don't know, if you build a mine, it's good to understand how to build a mine. And then I had finance classes, so it's basically all about my master's. So I have legal structuring, execution, and financing comes together in what I do professionally. So it's most perfect for me.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you your time today, and thank you your support to our program and the promotion today. Thank you, and take care. Okay. Thank you. See you next time.